The latest release of Jeffrey Epstein-related records has reignited public attention, not because they introduce new crimes, but because they document who moved through Epstein's world. Photos, emails, flight logs, names that span politics, business, entertainment, and academia. It's important to be clear from the start. Appearing in these files does not mean a person committed a crime. In many cases, the records show social or professional contact only, but together they offer a revealing look at the scale of Epstein's access and the circles in which he operated. A network of power and proximity. The documents released by the Department of Justice on December 19th add to earlier disclosures from Congress and nonprofit transparency groups. Some materials lack dates or context. Others include email exchanges and photographs from Epstein's properties, planes, and gatherings. What stands out is not a single revelation, but a pattern. Epstein was deeply embedded among influential people for years. Bill Clinton. Photos show the former president with Epstein associates and unidentified women whose faces are redacted. Flight logs previously showed Clinton flew on Epstein's jet multiple times. Clinton's office has said he cut off contact with Epstein before his crimes became public. Richard Branson. The Virgin Group founder appears in photos with Epstein on a beach and near cabanas. The images suggest a social setting, though no wrongdoing is alleged. Mick Jagger. The Rolling Stones frontman appears in photos and emails connected to Epstein, including an email where Epstein suggests he can get anyone you want for a meeting. Woody Allen. Multiple photos show the filmmaker dining and talking with Epstein. Representatives have been contacted for comment. Ehud Barak. The former Israeli prime minister appears in photos and emails spanning more than a decade. Barak has said he deeply regrets his association with Epstein. Noam Chomsky. The linguist and philosopher appears in photos and emails discussing academic topics. Some exchanges reference travel and potential meetings. David Brooks. The New York Times columnist appears in photos from a 2011 high-profile dinner attended by major tech figures. Brooks has publicly dismissed claims of an Epstein class of elites. David Blaine. The magician appears in photos and emails connected to Epstein and others at dinner gatherings. Bill Gates. The Microsoft co-founder appears in photos with Epstein associates and on a flight log showing travel on Epstein's jet. Gates has said meeting Epstein was a mistake. Why these files matter? The significance of these records is not that they accuse, but that they document proximity. They show how Epstein cultivated credibility, how easily he gained access to powerful spaces, how long those connections went unquestioned. For years, Epstein's wealth and connections insulated him. The files help explain how. What the records do and do not prove. They do not prove guilt by association. They do show how a convicted sex trafficker embedded himself among global elites. That distinction matters. Transparency isn't about assuming the worst, it's about understanding how power, reputation, and silence can coexist. The Epstein files don't just tell the story of one criminal, they reveal an ecosystem, one where influence opened doors and scrutiny came far too late. Seeing the names in black and white forces a difficult question. How did so many people pass through Epstein's orbit without stopping to ask who he really was? The records don't answer that question, but they ensure it can no longer be ignored.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.